The first thing we all need to learn is our I don't want to fight stance, sometimes called the fence. So everyone just drop the pads on the ground. So typically we're bringing your dominant leg back and our hands are just up like this. We want to try and make it very passive looking. Right? So here I also have all my tools, my elbows, my hands, knees are all chambered, but it looks like I am passive without being completely prey. I don't want to be lunch for this guy. But at the same time, I don't want my fist clenched, make it look like I'm about to fight, because when people have to bear witness to what happened, they're going to say, I don't know, two guys were just both screaming, swearing at each other, fighting, whereas they're going to say, this guy was asking the guy to please stop, had his hands up, something happened, and the guy was bloody on the ground. That's what I want the recognition to do. So, my hand is here. There's a couple different ways to do the fence. It just looks like posto frontale, basically, right? There is a lower fence where I'm trying to back this guy off, and he's aggressive, his hands down, he's aggressive. I might be pushing him away, something like that. But instead today, I want our hands a little higher. So this is going to allow us to do non-telegraphic strikes, where if I'm here, and it's clear that that thing's going to do violence to me, if I come from here to here, he can either hit me, maybe he covers up. Either way, I'm not doing what I want to do, which is I hit first hard, okay, I'm the first with the most, and then if that doesn't do it, I just keep going. Does that make sense? Okay, so the strikes, from here, the first one is just going to be a face smash. So I want you guys to think, I know this floor is a little slippery, but we were on mats. When I push off with my back foot, that should leave a mark on the floor with my foot. Does that make sense? So it's not sliding here. It's literally pushing off like a sprinter. When that happens, this foot is actually coming up, and I'm dropping 200 pounds behind the strike. So it's not just me using my core and turning like this, which could maybe be hard. Instead, I'm pushing off, my lead foot is coming up, and I'm dropping all my body weight. So as I hit, my body weight is dropping down. So as the holder, things will look this way. He's actually going to put the pad on the back of his arm. The reason why we do this instead of what you may think of as a traditional like boxing holding is the way these strikes are hit. We're coming down hard, going down towards the ground. So if I hold forward, my shoulder is being ripped back like this, which is bad. If I'm striking behind the arm, this is a lot more comfortable on the arm. Does that make sense? So you're going to hold it like this. You're going to be in your fence. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to push off with the back foot. My lead foot steps up and comes down. And I don't want you to put the brakes on. So I don't want to stop here. I'm going to slap my right thigh with my hand. Looks like this. All the way down. There. Now watch the difference. If I put the brakes on, right? So it was hard, but this one is going to knock this guy out. Okay, or at least do enough damage where if that doesn't, then I follow up with everything else. Okay, so again, we're here. As the holder, I want you to see if you feel that there's tension in their arm and you're just kind of moving a little bit, it's not good enough. If you see that they've stepped and then you turn and hit, so if I don't move my foot, even if I slap all the way down, see how it doesn't move as much? That's because it's just my arm. I'm using my core, my hips, but it's different than all my weight coming down. Okay? And the last component of combatives is that mental content. So the guy who is assigned to assault you on the street, there's probably not a lot of reason going into it, right? They're going to be attacking or hitting you with hurt and with pain, and so you have to respond in kind. So when I'm here, if I had to preempt, I'm pissed about it. I'm mad that things forced me to hurt him this way, so I'm putting all that into it, all the way down. I want you slapping your thigh. Okay? Last note, if things kind of watch me from the corner of the eye and he sees this constantly, just move the pad. Right? So I don't want any traction. I'm just striking from there.